That is definitely a jam.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to My Sister's Jam. I'm your host, Camille, and I'm here with your lovely other host, my big sister, Missy. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Hey, fam. Hey, Jam fam. What's up, her?
Hey, I forgot we came up with that jam, fam. We gotta
Yeah,
we
we
gotta
got to
make that
start using
stick.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta we gotta make that stick. So, jam fam,
Jam fam.
y'all in the building. Yes, yes. Hello, all. We are back. We are back and happy to see each other. And y'all, how are you doing today, Missy?
I'm doing wonderful. This drink is hitting. I'm doing
Mm,
great. It's
I got some
Monday.
good old red wine today. My favorite. If you're
Oh.
watching us on YouTube, you can see my little cheesy glass. It says, "I am woman, hear me pour." This came in like a set of four. So one of my friends gave this to me for my birthday one year because I got all the wine and wine accessories that one can have. Wine is my personality. So here we are.
Probably because we
Um,
gave so many to you
yes.
over
I'm
the
like
years.
everybody for like 5 straight years, everybody gave me nothing but wine related gifts. And I was like, I'm here for this. Muchos gracias. So that's what we've got. I got my wine in my fancy glass. But today, you all, we are discussing our favorite Janet Jackson jams. And again, if you're watching us, you will see that me and my sister are rocking our Janet shirts that we wore to the Together Again tour last summer. I designed these for us and we rocked them at the concert. And so we have our Janet attire on deck
Yeah.
for today. I'm here for
Yes.
it. Yes,
Come on,
ma'am.
Janet.
Yes.
Let's
Come
go,
on, Janet.
girl.
Like
Woo.
this episode is probably overdue, but we are here
Yeah.
now with 10 fire Janet Jackson jams. And just a little tidbit to mention, all of these favorite Janet jams were written and produced by the legendary Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Okay, along with Janet, but Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, the three of them have made some true fire.
Fire and desire.
Fire and desire. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like kind of like an ode to the partnership between Janet and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. And next week, we're going to continue our discussion about Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis by looking into some other hits that they produced for other artists as well. So this is kind of like a two-parter, but like not really a two-parter, but you get it. You get it.
You get it. Y'all get it.
Yes, yes,
I'm so
yes.
here for this, sister. I'm so here for
I
it.
am extremely excited because, like, bruh, when we got to picking these jams, I'm like, Janet really has some stuff out there. Like, it was too many. It
It
was
was
like,
too
well,
many.
how do we narrow it down to 10? Like, for you to have so
Yeah.
many jams that it's hard to come down to 10, that's iconic.
Yeah. And so it's like when it takes time to pick our 10
Mhm.
jams. And 5
It takes
apiece is
time.
not a lot, but we were like, wow.
Yeah. There were a
Mm.
lot that we still could have picked, but we'll find places to stick them in future episodes. That's for sure.
And that's a testament to Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis as well, because we were focused on them and we were like, oh, all these jams
Yeah,
that
they
they
produced
did.
so many
That
for
they
her.
did. Yeah.
Like crazy.
Mhm.
Well, anything else we need to touch on before we jump right in?
Okay, real quick, super duper quick, because I know people like get to the jams. Thank you to everyone that is subscribed to our YouTube channel already.
Yes.
We went live for the first time ever on YouTube last week. You guys were here for it. We love it. It's
Yes.
exciting, and so we're just so happy that you guys have loved it so far. And please tell your friends, go and subscribe if you haven't already, and that's it.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
And without further ado, my sister, are you ready
I am
for your
ready.
first jam?
I'm ready. Let's get into it so we can do better this week on time. Okay.
All right, we're gonna try. Go ahead.
Okay. So my first jam, Janet Jackson, Jimmy Jam, and Terry Lewis, is "Come Back to Me." Released in 1990. Girl, come back to me. I can't even say the name.
Like you feeling a lot of
I
feelings
feel
already.
like, yeah, my chest doing something. So anyway, "Come Back to Me" is the 5th single from Janet's 4th studio album, Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation 1814. Boom. With
Boom.
So this album, the first half of the album, I don't know if you noticed, sister, contains songs that's about like that's kind of like heavy. So about social injustice. It's like she's addressing homelessness, racism, illiteracy, like all these deep topics, right? Like that was the focus of the first half of the album. And then the second half of the album was more about like relationships, love songs, etc. So when working with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis on this album, Janet was said to have felt intense pressure to follow up the success of her immediately previous album, Control.
Okay.
Which I get because that was definitely her breakthrough album, period. So you break out with this album, so here comes the pressure with the very next album. So Come Back to Me is this freaking stunning girl. I'm trying to get through my notes. Okay.
Yes.
It's just so stunning. It's so emotionally charged. It's like, and it's this heartbreaking quiet storm ballad about longing for a past love, right? And that pain that comes with the realization that you can't seem to move on from them. Like you can't move on from this person, right? And we all got at least one that like, okay, we cool, but they still always there. So the song was a huge success for Janet. It reached number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100, receiving hugely positive reviews from music critics because of her vocals and because of the instrumentation. Now, let's get on that.
Yes.
When I tell you that Come Back to Me is 1000% my number one favorite Janet Jackson song, period. So like we say that all the time. It's like, this is my favorite song,
we really
ever. This is my favorite song ever. And so, you know.
But for real, this is your favorite ever.
I mean, for real. like this is number 1. So super easily, hands down, my favorite Janet Jackson song. And it's because of the instrumentation. My goodness, the instruments. They almost make you feel like you're floating. So it's this heartbreaking song, but it sounds so beautiful with the violins and the cello. Jimmy Jam, though, actually mentioned in an interview that this was one of his favorite songs that they worked on for the album. And he hadn't heard the strings. So like he felt this way even before the strings, right? Because they did the string stuff like live. When he heard the song with the strings, he was floored. Like he was just like outdone. And he loved how the song ends. So if you notice how the end of the song, it closes with nothing but the strings playing. Like she's stopped singing. That is my absolute favorite part of the song. I could listen to that on a loop by itself over and over and over. It's so stunning. Remember how emotional I got when she started singing this at the concert? I'm going to have to post that clip on social. You got a clip for me because I was too busy being emotional.
Yes. And girl, the energy be real at concerts though. Like the song hits different in person.
It does.
It really does. It really does.
And you were being the fantastic, amazing sister that you are, and you got it for me while I was losing my mind. So thank you.
I'm your little support system. My pleasure. My pleasure.
And that is my first Janet Jackson jam with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Ooh, and after I get into this first one of mine, we really could end the episode because these 2 songs, Come Back to Me, and the one I'm about to talk about, I'm trying to tell y'all. That could be it. That could be a whole episode. But let's get going.
It's the whole thing.
My first jam is Again. Woo! Y'all. Now this may be I don't know. I don't even want to tell a lie. Like we say this too much. Is this my favorite Janet Jam?
Maybe. I feel like it probably is though. Because I feel like
another one on my list is very close. But this is top 2 for sure of my favorite Janet Jams. Again is a song from her 5th album, Janet, released in 93. Woo! And yes, the ballad was released as the album's 3rd single on October 12th of 93 by Virgin Records. And it talks about running into an old love only to discover that the feelings for that person are still as strong as ever. Okay. This is my jam. The song was also included as the closing song to the 1993 film Poetic Justice.
Oh, it was. Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. Good, just good stuff all around. Now, again, became a commercial success, topping the US Billboard Hot 100 for 2 weeks in late 93, as well as the Cashbox Top 100, while also reaching the top 10 in Canada, Sweden, and the UK. Now, the song spent 15 weeks in the top 10, making it Janet's longest running top 10 single.
Okay.
Love it. 15 weeks. Like, yes. Now, again, also received Golden Globe and Academy Award nominations for Best Original Song, and Essence ranked it as the number 4 greatest breakup song of all time. And that it is indeed. It is one of the greatest breakup songs of all time. Like, for real. It's such a relatable breakup song too, right? Like, the lyrics are so simple to the song, but they are real. They are really real. Like, how can I ain't gonna try to sing like Janet. How can I be stronger as myself? Time and time
I've said.
Because how many times do we gotta tell ourselves stuff? Time and time I said that I'll never fall in love with you again. But then what did she do? Fall in love again.
She did it again.
We have all, or maybe not all of us, but a lot of us.
No, all of us have.
All of us have been there. Okay. Like, I heard from a friend today, and she said you were in town. You know that feeling you get when somebody say, I seen somebody, boy, and then your heart be like in your stomach at the bottom?
Right.
That's what that line is.
And when somebody tell you they in town, it's like, wow, they in town.
Oh, so many feelings. So many feelings. Like, I love this song. It's so simple. It's so like, it sounds so pure. I'm going to use pure. I feel like that's a good word for it. And it's just beautiful. I love it. Definitely top 3, top 2 of my favorite Janet jams. That my
we
friends.
Got to share our moment when we sang it at the concert, and like she let us sing it, remember, and everybody held up their cell phones and they recorded it and put it in her stories.
They did. Yes. That was a beautiful moment.
That was such a moment. It was
It was
like, look, sister, they recorded us singing.
Oh, it was lovely. That doggone concert was amazing. Together Again tour was really good.
It was really good. And she's doing it again. And I almost was like, sister,
you was like, low key, should we go again?
Like, should we go again or not?
We probably should. I don't know. This is concert year. It's a lot of stuff happening this year, but you know, we gonna be cool.
But later on that, you guys.
Yes. Well, that is my first jam. Yes.
Janet be having some songs that be like in your chest, like, girl,
for real.
Like, get off the feelings that I'm not trying to have. Get off. Janet, you know. Right? Anyway, girl, excellent choice. Excellent.
Thank you.
Well, my second jam, girl. Let's get to it. Control. Woo! I just went ahead and said it. Control.
Look, I'm ready to dance. Control.
You know that one dance you do.
What am I doing?
Girl, you're doing what you do. You're doing what you do. That's all there is to it. Yes. Okay. All right. So, yes. Control. Control was the 4th single released from Janet's 3rd studio album, Control, and it was released in 1986, peaking at number 5 on the US Billboard Hot 100, becoming her 4th consecutive top 5 single on the chart. So I know we're trying to be mindful of time, but it's important that we spend some time talking about this particular jam because, of course, this is the album where we see the beginnings of this partnership between Janet and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. This is the very first album that they worked on her with.
Yes.
So we all know that Control was Janet's you know, breakthrough. It was like she was breaking away from her father, Joe Jackson.
Mhm.
She fired Joe as her manager, and she hired John McClain from A&M Records. He was like one of the executives at A&M Records. And then John introduced her to Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. And so
Okay.
in this meeting, they kind of flirted around with the idea of the duo working with her, writing and producing for her album. And so obviously the chemistry was there because they agreed to take Janet on as one of their clients.
Okay.
And so as the cliche goes, the rest is freaking history.
Yes. Yes,
So
it is.
it's really history, like literally. But anyway, like literally, they created history. But they brought some songs to her that they already had, and they had originally pitched these songs to Sharon Bryant, who was the lead singer of another one of our favorite groups, Atlantic Star. But she didn't like them. So they brought them to Janet, and Janet was like, okay, I like these, but I'm going to need to lend some of my songwriting talents over these tracks. So like they're kind of more like me, and
Right.
I need to tweak them so they're kind of fitting my current situation, which her current situation was she had just fired her father, released herself from his management. Her toxic marriage to James DeBarge, that's right, DeBarge. Her marriage to him, she had just had that annulled, and then she wanted to have more creative control of her music, which A&M allowed her to do that. And now she has this new connection with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. So she kind of wanted to have that in the songs. And so they're like, all right, cool. Control became Janet's first album to top the Billboard 200 albums charts in the US. And 5 of the commercially released singles, What Have You Done For Me Lately? Hey.
Right.
Okay. I'm trying. Nasty. Control. When I Think of You, and Let's Wait a While. All of those peaked within the top 5 of the Billboard Hot 100 singles chart. Right, on one album. I'm like, oh, okay, Jimmy Jam. So they were like, yeah, we'll work with you. Boom, fire.
Fire on top of another fire.
So
like what?
But like all 5 of those peaked in the top 5 of Billboard Hot 100, making Janet Jackson the first female artist to have 5 top 5 hits from one album on the Billboard Hot 100. The first female artist. I was like, Janet.
Killing it.
I mean,
killing it.
Ease up a little
GI
bit.
stand up.
GI, okay, Gary, Indiana, our hometown, stand up. Because the Jacksons forever first. That's what you get. Jackson first.
Boy, GI stand up. That's all I got to say.
Okay.
Janet probably lived in Gary for like 20 minutes, but nevertheless.
But that's where she was born. And so
GI stand up, like I said.
But her work with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis resulted in like this unconventional kind of new sound that was strictly Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. And it was like this mix of, and we were saying that before we started recording, like you hear they sound and you're like, oh, that sounds like it's a Jimmy Jam Terry Lewis cut. It's like this mix of R&B, rap vocals, funk, disco, this synthesized drums that established Janet, Jimmy Jam, and Terry Lewis as leading innovators of contemporary R&B. And I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So their sound was actually seen as considered a precursor to the new jack swing genre too. So I'm like, so they got together and was like, yeah, we'll work with you. And then like, boom, just killed it.
Just killed it straight out the gate.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
Control. I don't know why it makes me do this. Like, what am I? I don't know. So fire.
And I love it. We love it too, Janet.
We also love it, Janet. We're here for all of it. Yeah, jam.
That's my second jam, sister.
A definite jam. Well, moving right along. My second jam is Someone to Call My Lover. A Little Bop. A little upbeat, fun bop. Yes.
Janet gave us the summer jam too, because that was I remember.
This is a summer jam. I actually saw in my research one of the critics saying that specific thing. Like, this one is a summer jam, and that it is. It just sounds like summertime,
It
and I
sounds like summer.
love
Yes,
a summer
exactly.
vibe. Well, Someone to Call My Lover was from Janet's 7th studio album, All For You, released in 2001. And the song was released as the album's 2nd single on June 12th of that year by Virgin Records. Now, the song's looped guitar riff is sampled from America's 1972 hit Ventura Highway, with Dewey Bunnell, maybe is his last name, Bunnell, receiving writing credits. And then the loop that's played, I didn't either, but
okay,
it's apparently a hit that we don't. I mean, it's from 1972. I'm not surprised. I don't really know it, but it's okay. The loop that's played throughout the course is an interpolation of, here go my French, y'all, Gymnopédie. Gymnopédie number 1 by French classical composer Eric Satie. Okay. I did not take French in school. I definitely took Spanish. Anyway, that Gymnopédie is something that Janet actually has fond memories of. She remembers catching the tune on like a commercial in her childhood, and like it stuck with her like for years, and then she ended up like using an interpolation of it in this song. So that's like pretty cool. She's got these little happy memories of that tune. So that's pretty cool. Now, Someone to Call My Lover talks about being determined to find a perfect match. Now, at the time of the recording, Janet was in a divorce battle with her husband, Rene Elizondo Jr. Is that how we say his name? Okay.
Yeah.
After nearly 10 years of marriage. So the song and several others on this album, All For You, use her divorce and reemergence into single life as central themes. And I was like, yeah, it's a lot of single anthems on there, because All For You and this one are just, they're definitely, they're kindred spirit songs.
I have such happy memories with that. It's just like summer and driving in my car.
Yes. I have happy memories about All For You. I'm not talking about that right now. Well, I might talk about that on another episode, but yes, I have a story linked to that one. But anywho, according to Chuck Arnold from Entertainment Weekly, although Janet has yet to find someone to call her lover, the mood is irrepressibly upbeat and optimistic about pre-Tinder match meeting. I was tickled when I saw that quote. I said, man, that's funny. Pre-Tinder. I said, these lyrics kind of do date the song, because it's like, maybe we'll meet at a bar, maybe we'll meet at a club. It's like, girl, people don't meet at the bar and the club no more. People meet online, and that's it.
They don't. See, that's so dumb to me, because I can't stand dating apps. So I'm like, okay, if I don't like dating apps, how do I meet men?
Then what do you do?
So,
I don't know. But like, I feel like if she wrote this song in this year, she'd be like, maybe we'll meet on Tinder. Maybe we'll meet on. I don't know what else is out there these days. I don't know. I've been married for 6 years, y'all. I don't know what's out there. Yeah, maybe I'll find you on Facebook. I don't know. Instagram. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know where. I don't.
Maybe we'll meet on TikTok. I don't know. But I just thought that was a funny little. Right. Yeah, that's another topic for another day. But I just thought that was funny. But the jam is definitely a bop. It's just so upbeat. Like we said, it feels like summertime. It feels good. It's just fun, and I love it for that.
I'm here for it.
Yes, definitely a vibe.
Yes.
On to your third jam.
Okay, all right. We getting on through. Let's get it.
We making our way downtown.
Okay, girl.
You see what I did there?
I do. All right. Okay. So my third jam. Okay. Is I Get Lonely. I Get Lonely.
I see the preparation here. Okay.
I Get Lonely was released in early 1998, and it was the third single released from Janet's 6th studio album, The Velvet Rope. Ciao. The Velvet freaking Rope. It was such a phenomenal, just monumental landmark album for Janet. It was just okay. I Get Lonely became Janet. Listen to this. It became her 18th straight top 10 single on the US Billboard Hot 100, making her the only female artist in music history to accomplish this. So she has had 18 straight top 10 singles. Nobody else has done that. Give her flowers.
I mean,
Don't ever clown her. I don't care what happened on anybody's Super Bowl stage. You're going to give her flowers.
Who's even thinking about that?
Girl, they tried to play her, and I'm like, anyway. So I Get Lonely is this phenomenal hit, right? But it's kind of painful to listen to because like it really digs down deep into those emotions that come with those feelings of loneliness and like the longing, the abandonment, like those really big, huge emotions that we grapple with sometimes.
Right.
And vocally, she gets the emotion across very well. Like very well.
Yes.
She was very open about the inspiration behind the Velvet Rope. And I remember this when it was happening because I saw her talking about it sometime. The Velvet Rope came as a result of some deep reflections and like some shadow work that she did after having an emotional breakdown during her Janet World Tour. She became extremely depressed. She suffered from body dysmorphia, which is when you relentlessly pick apart every freaking little thing about your physical appearance.
Yep.
She had extreme low self-esteem. And then she even self-harmed at times, where she had these instances where she would bang her head against the wall when she was feeling extremely or especially unattractive. And so she talked about all this. She talked about it, like this was the album where like she bled in this album, you know what I mean? So she poured all of that pain into this album. And I Get Lonely, according to Janet herself, she said, I Get Lonely takes me back to a place of loss where I lost a lover and then I wanted that lover back. And now this song is me dreaming of the time where like my dream of getting you back is fulfilled type thing. And I'm like, girl, the thing with these songs that we're talking about, especially like Again, Come Back to Me, I Get Lonely, Janet and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis,
they was just making magic in the lab.
They got it across.
Like, what in the world?
I get lonely when I hear your name. I'm like, Janet.
Hey.
Oh. The that lives in me.
Yes.
I'm like, wait, girl.
Bruh. I think we haven't put enough emphasis on the playlists lately. Remember to listen to these playlists because fire.
YouTube, those of you guys who prefer YouTube, we do have playlists. Baby Sis works hard to create those playlists on the episodes on YouTube. Make sure to check out the playlists that she creates. But they're also on Apple, Tidal, and Spotify.
Yes. Vibes on top of vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Vibes on top of vibes, because these songs are just they're too much.
They are a tad bit too much. Yes, thank you.
A little bit too much. You're welcome.
Right. You're like, oh yeah, that's what they are, too much. And and that's my third jam, sister.
Woo! A good jam it is indeed. A good one. A good one.
I get lonely when I see your face. Okay.
Woo.
Ooh.
I get lonely. Ooh. All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So, okay, for real.
All right, for real. We on your third.
Okay. I can't stop. Okay. And I'm not cutting this out either because
Mhm.
I can't stop. I don't know what else to say other than okay, and then it's
Like,
turning
okay,
into
all
Kevin
right.
Hart every time.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Woo.
My third jam,
Okay.
let me just say it. My third jam
Okay.
is woo,
Woo.
anytime, any place. That's it. That's
That's
the
it.
jam.
On my fourth
Next up.
jam.
Yep, on
All
your fourth jam.
right.
I'm not gonna say nothing because y'all know what it is. You know, every now and then we have a jam where I don't need to say a word. I don't need to say nothing. But I'm gonna say it anyway because that's why y'all here. So
Right. Yep. So
anytime, any place is from Janet's 5th studio album. Again, Janet, released in 93. And this song was released as the album's 5th single on May 11th of 1994 by Virgin Records. Now, it reached number 2 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and became another R&B chart topper for Janet.
of
And
course
she's
it
performed the song. Oh, well, of course it did.
did.
She's performed the song on several of her tours, but I could not remember. Did she do this at the Together Again tour?
She did not.
She did not. I
No.
would remember it. So I should have
She
known
did
the
not.
answer was no.
Mm-mm.
I wish that she had.
Mhm.
Anywho, lyrically, the song is based on sexual liberation, similar to the music of Barry White and Marvin Gaye. And Janet sings about herself and her lover having public displays of affection.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's a nice
I
way
am
to
a
put what she
fan.
describes.
I am a fan. Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Now, the song features saxophone, finger snaps, and additional sounds of rain and thunder, while the chorus depicts Janet's lack of concern for who's around during her public lovemaking.
All right.
Now, about these finger snaps and this
Baby,
rain and thunder.
the
Okay.
finger snaps. That's how I know you're my sister, because you came back and talked about what was important.
Because
But go ahead.
that's important because it's very important, bruh. That is what makes this jam so fire and so sexy. Like
The
it's
finger snap.
it's
Is there
really the
any other
finger
finger
snaps.
snap like that in a song? No.
No, not that I know of.
No.
The finger snaps and the rain and thunder take this song over the top for me. Okay. Now, the song held the number 1 position on the Billboard Hot R&B and Hip Hop Songs chart for 10 weeks and became Janet's biggest hit on the chart. And as I mentioned earlier, it also peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, while it, for some reason, only saw limited success in Europe and Australia, which I wonder why. I was like, they must be
Are they
prudes in
prudes
Europe.
over there? Y'all not prudes, are you?
They must be prudes.
Don't be like that.
I'm like, was this too racy for
Is
y'all?
this
I don't know.
Y'all don't
Maybe it
do
was
any time, any
too
place over there. I
too
mean,
risque.
y'all don't do
I
any
don't know.
time, any place over there. I mean,
Well, they missed out because this jam is fire. It's fire. It's fire. Definitely wanted to add to your sexy time playlist.
right.
Are we ever going to do that sexy time playlist episode?
We
shall see.
are.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
We are. We are.
We'll do it one day at some point. But that is my third jam. That is close to my favorite Janet song of all time. In addition to
I feel like
Again,
it's
I
between
can't.
this one and Again for you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely. I just don't know how to rank them. They're just both
Right.
up there. All right, and on to your fourth jam, my sister.
Yeah, girl. Let me go. So my fourth Janet jam is 24 Play.
Ooh,
So I feel like this
sounds
is kind of
interesting.
I know, right? You're like, what is she talking
Intriguing.
about there? I feel like this is one of her less popular songs, but I'm gonna get into it. So 24 Play was released commercially only in the UK. So no CD singles in the US for us.
Okay.
But it was released commercially in the UK in late 1995. And it was a single from Janet's very first greatest hits album, Design of a Decade, which I absolutely had. I absolutely owned that, of course.
Absolutely, as you should.
Design of a Decade, 1986 to 1996 is the name of the album. Now, I love this song, and actually me and Christy both love this song. Like, this was one of our favorites. And it's such an interesting track, and I'm gonna get into why. So the title is a play on having foreplay for 24 hours a day.
I'm here for it.
I'm
24 play.
Yes, I'm absolutely here for that. So anyway, now this is completely in line with Janet's sexual persona, right? You know, she's the sexy, beautiful woman, which we love. I mean, we're here for it. And of course, the fellas love it. You don't even have to say anything and they love it. But what makes this song so interesting is its structure. So there's no hook, which was weird for songs back then. Like there was always a hook. And the lyrics are kind of raunchy, obviously. But the instrumentation though and Janet's vocals are so sweet. It sounds almost childlike. You know, which is the total opposite of the subject matter.
Yeah.
So the beginning of the song, like she's singing so softly and so sweetly. You're like, ooh, what a beautiful ballad. But then the second half of the song kicks up and she starts singing sweetly still. But she's like asking her man, do you want the blindfold, honey? Tell me, do you want the blindfolds? I'm like,
hey, man, what you say? Did you ask me if I want a lollipop or a blindfold?
Yeah,
man?
or a blindfold. And I'm here for it. Like I'm just like such a fan. I'm a fan of all of Janet's nasty songs. I'm like, yes. I mean,
truly where she shines.
Sound nasty. That's what.
No, it always sounds classy. It sounds classy. It don't never sound raunchy. You got to really pay attention and be like, she talking
like, what is she singing
about? Yep.
Like, what exactly is she singing about? And this one is definitely like that. Probably the biggest one because she's like, and even the video, like she's like in black and white, and she's dressed like Dorothy Dandridge, and she's beautiful like Dorothy Dandridge, very classy, singing about 24 play. I'm like, you're such a freaking beast, Janet. Like, but on the liner notes to Design of a Decade, super famed biographer David Ritz, he's written so many biographies for many famous people. He wrote that the track infuses the melody with a lethal combination of carnal heat and emotional sensitivity. I'm like, see, y'all just be knowing how to word what stuff is.
I'm like, well said, David.
Yeah, I'm like, man, that's why you're the writer and I'm not.
Right, and I'm not.
And I'm not.
Quote you and say yes.
It just sounds sweet and nasty at the same time. That's all I got. But Janet told VH1 that 24 play was kind of a sweet and sour thought for her when she thinks about the song. It kind of makes her both happy and sad because she thinks about like sad moments that comes along with that. So I'm sure that's like a personal connection to that.
Yeah.
But I love the song, and me and Christy played this out.
I believe it. It's definitely a nice song. I love it. And it's got like a switch up. It doesn't have like a switch up like in the middle.
Yeah.
Like they're like,
yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute, where we going with this?
Where we going? Where are we?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, we went.
That's
to a
Janet and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis for you.
Love it. Perfection. Well, on to my fourth jam. Mine is I don't know what little noise. Y'all, I did.
That piggy piggy do.
I don't know what that was. Y'all, I had a glass of wine before we started. And y'all have seen me pick up this glass about 17 times since we've been on here. So, give your girl some grace. Anywho, my fourth jam is Doesn't Really Matter. This is from the soundtrack to the 2000 film Nutty Professor to the Clumps. First of all, let's have a moment for the 99 and the 2000. Okay, because that was just the time. That was a good time to
What a
be
time to
alive.
be alive.
What a time to be alive. Like
Yeah.
Nutty Professor, the Clumps, like it's just so nostalgic. I love
It
it.
is.
I love it. All right.
Okay.
Anywho, Doesn't Really Matter is from the soundtrack to The Nutty Professor, The Clumps, and her 7th studio album, All For You, released in 2001. Now, the track received generally positive reviews from music critics who praised its upbeat sound and Janet's breathy voice.
Hmm.
Now, it topped the Billboard Hot 100 for 3 consecutive weeks, becoming her 9th US chart topper. It was also her 19th single to be certified gold by the RIAA, making her only the 3rd singer after Madonna and Whitney Houston to achieve this feat. Some heavy hitters there.
Give Janet her flowers. Is all
Because she's that girl. She's that girl. Now, Doesn't Really Matter peaked at number 5 on the UK singles chart, becoming her 15th single to reach the top 10 in the UK. It also peaked within the top 10 in Canada, Denmark, Poland, Italy, and Spain. It's a worldwide hitter.
Worldwide.
I always like that.
She a Jackson.
I mean, yeah. What do we expect less? Do we expect less? I mean, do like Italy and Poland and Spain be having their own performers? That sounds so stupid, but it's like, do they just listen to what we making? That is so elitist of me to be like, do other countries just listen to America's music? Like, that was stupid. Just disregard what I said.
Like, never mind. That's not really a question.
Never mind. Was that a real question? No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. Y'all.
Okay, next. So the music video, which was directed by Joseph Kahn, resembles an abstract, futuristic environment based on Japanese culture. Now, production of the video cost over $2.5 million, which is equivalent to about $4.4 million today, making it one of the most expensive music videos of all time.
Oh, that's why they don't make videos anymore.
I'm like, the tragedy about this is that I don't remember this video. I'm like, not y'all spend all that money. I should have this etched in my brain.
I don't remember it either, actually. No, I don't remember
Help
the video.
Lord. Me either. We'll go back and watch it. We'll link it on the YouTube.
On the YouTube. Okay.
Yes. Now, in the New York Daily News, Jim Farber viewed the track as innovative, noting that it dodges current cliches and has the yearning freshness of a summer breeze, another summer vibe.
Man, I'm here for it.
Yes. And according to him, the baby's breath tune and lightly skittish beat provides the perfect accompaniment for Janet's coo of a voice. Again, a critic that knows how to say what I mean.
Let's say what I'm feeling. Yes, that's what I'm feeling, music critic.
Yes, you're right. That is what I was thinking. Exactly. My thoughts exactly.
That's literally what I'm feeling right now. Thanks.
I mean, that was a truly beautiful description, though. Like, it really encapsulates like this vibe of the song. So I was here for it.
Absolutely.
Yes, the song was like, it was super different. I feel like the song is very unique. It's got like those little Asian undertones, I guess, because like we said, the video is set in Japan and whatnot. It was very, very cool. I don't know. That's my word for it. Cool. And that's like hands down my favorite thing about it, like how unique it sounds. And I love that it doesn't sound like a cheesy soundtrack song, like even though it was very obviously written for the movie, like nutty, like she say nutty in it. We know it's for the movie, but like it's still like a good song. Yeah, it's like a normal song that we can enjoy without watching Nutty Professor. Even though it was great for the movie, but like it was just good. It was good. This is the only dance I got today. If y'all watching me, just disregard. Just do it. Usually I got more moves. Go on.
Do it to satisfy.
Whatever it is.
Do it to you satisfied.
Okay. But yes, that's my 4th jam. Doesn't Really Matter. Makes me want to watch the Clumps. Somebody let me know, is the Clumps on a streaming service? I have them all. Where can I watch it? Because I want to see that again now.
Movies like that.
It's been a long time. Me too.
Excellent, Jam.
Thank you all. And on to yours.
My 4th time saying that on this episode, but it is excellent.
I think it's just your 2nd, but it's okay.
Oh, okay. Very good. Very good.
Whatever. Your fifth and final jam, my friend?
Yeah, my fifth and final jam. So, you guys, my final jam is definitely one that belongs on our future Sexy Time Jams episode, whenever that's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to have to go ahead and put this one in this episode right here. I'm going to have to talk about it now. And that song is Someday Is Tonight from Janet's Rhythm Nation album that I mentioned earlier. So I couldn't find too many facts about Someday Is Tonight. However,
However, I'm still here to talk about it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm still talking about what I got about it. So Someday Is Tonight picks up from where Janet left off in Let's Wait a While from her Control album, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Let's Wait a While, what that was about. And so in this incredibly sexual
Are you having feelings?
erotic track, which, by the way, this song also features famed trumpeter Herb Albert, which Janet also worked on one of our other favorite jams, Making Love in the Rain.
Yes.
Making love in the rain. Can't believe the joy it brings me.
Was that in a movie?
No, so it was sampled by Bone Thugs and Harmony, which was in the movie Set It Off.
Okay, yes. Okay. I'm remembering. I'm remembering.
Yep.
Okay.
They're coming back. But so in this song, we have Janet coming to her man, and she's saying, "So remember when I said, let's wait a while, and I promised that when I was ready, I would be worth the wait? Well, that day has come, Mr. Boyfriend.
We're here now.
We are here. We have arrived. Someday is tonight, and you and I are about to get down in the best way." On to your fit jam. No, just
wait a minute. Is that it? I'm sitting here waiting for more. I'm like, is it my turn? You done painted this picture. I'm like, tell me more. I don't know.
Then what?
That's hilarious. Right?
Girl, I love this song so much because who isn't a fan of a sexy song? Who?
I wonder, is there
someone? You can try to be a prude. You can try to be, you shouldn't listen. No, we love the sexy time songs over here. Whether you're in a relationship or you're single, you need to set the mood for whatever it is you're about to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she told VH1, I felt a little bit more comfortable with letting people into my world a little bit more. Someday is Tonight is a continuation of Let's Wait a While. Okay, so you've waited this long. And I even say in the song, I promised I'd be worth the wait. Now that wait is over, baby. Please don't hesitate. Okay.
We'll go ahead and bring it.
The wait is over. Please don't hesitate, sir.
Don't hesitate. Okay.
But her sexier material didn't go over with everyone at that time. She recalls somebody said to me a long time ago, "What message are you sending to the kids?" And I was like,
kids.
Kids. Like,
this is not about kids.
So Janet was like, "Okay, well, and I'm in my 20s now. How long you want me to wait?" I'm like, let them know, Janet. Let them know. Because we're in our 20s now. So we're talking about
the message I'm sending to the kids is don't listen to this.
Right. The message I'm sending to the kids
is not for you.
It's
not for you, kiddo. Go to bed. That's the message.
Go to bed. I'm saying to the kids, go to sleep.
You got school in the morning. That's the message. Go lay down.
Go lie down. Go.
I love that.
Girl, we better. We doing good. We gonna mess it up. Do it all.
Oh yeah, because we tripping. Y'all know we start tripping towards the end here because again, the wine is whining.
And whiskey. I got my whiskey again, y'all, and I'm like, okay.
That was my sister's fifth and final jam.
Fifth and final jam.
On to my fifth and final jam. We'll make it as rapido as we can. My fifth and final is. Why is my sister so tickled? Y'all, I hope y'all watching this because otherwise y'all probably like, what's wrong with them? But it's funnier if you can see what's happening.
Yeah, if you can see us, you definitely want to see us on Spotify or YouTube. You definitely want to do that.
Definitely want to do that. Definitely want to do that. My fifth and final jam is one for my mama. This for you, mama. You know, mama always watching. She always supporting. This is your jam, ma. That's the way love goes. Like a moth to the flame, burned by the fire. Okay. Woo!
Woo!
That's the way love goes. Is from Janet's fifth album. Again, Janet.
That doggone Janet album.
Because somebody go on and buy me that vinyl, please. I do have a Janet vinyl. I've got like a Janet like Essentials or something vinyl, but I feel like
but you need Janet. You need
the
Janet.
Actual album. Yes. So
yes.
Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah. So That's the Way Love Goes was released on April 20th of 1993 by Virgin Records as the lead single from the Janet album.
Yeah.
The song's themes of romantic lust saw Janet transitioning to sensual territory, kind of like the last jam we talked about. And it was considered a shocking contrast to her previous releases among critics and the public. So the song combines like R&B, pop, funk, soul, and hip hop music. And it received positive reviews from contemporary music critics who praised it as iconic and hypnotic, which yes.
Hypnotic, yes.
Yes.
They just be knowing all the words.
Right? For real. I'm like, yes to all of this.
Yeah,
and it's that little bit it's that little bit of hip hop in it, I think is what takes it over the top for me.
And then like, also the funk too, right? Because you hear like the funk piece in it.
Yeah,
that part.
Hey, and you see them hitting them little dance moves, and J-Lo made that little cameo. J-Lo with that little cameo appearance. She was a nobody back then. Come on, J-Lo, you better just make your way to the top. Kind of the top, wherever J-Lo. It's ain't about J-Lo.
Okay. So, we're not going.
Love it though. Loved to see her in that video. It was great.
Yes. The video was a vibe.
The video was a whole entire vibe. The video was nearly as good as the jam itself.
Yes.
I mean, vibey. Like, I want to hang out with y'all. It looked like it smelled like incense in there. Yeah.
Like, did you notice how like they were all fine? The men,
everybody was
women,
beautiful.
They were all like fine. I'm like, where y'all?
It looked like it smelled like shea butter and incense. And patchouli or whatever that is. What's that?
Yeah, patchouli.
All of that.
Rosemary.
Yeah. I wanted to go there. I wanted to go there.
And
cocoa butter.
Oh,
yeah. It was cocoa butter back then more than shea butter.
Oh, true.
It was. Shea butter wasn't popping yet.
True.
So That's the Way Love Goes is one of Janet's biggest hits in the United States. Not Are You Dead over the cocoa butter and the shea butter?
Okay. All right.
That's all right.
It was fact. It was just hilarious fact.
It's true. It really wasn't shea butter back then. They smelled like cocoa butter. Yes. Shea butter didn't really come around till like anyway.
I don't know, 2000. Man.
Yes, somewhere around there. 2003. Shea butter's given 2004. Oh, they're gonna be like, this episode trash.
They're gonna be like, don't drink this much no more before you get on the mic.
We're gonna try not.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, you guys. We're gonna do better.
Woo! So again, That's the Way Love Goes was one of Janet's biggest hits in the U.S. and it was one of the longest reigning hits. I'm gonna ignore my sister's hysterical laughter. One of the longest reigning hits of 1993, topping the Billboard Hot 100 for 8 weeks. Now, to date, it is the longest running #1 single of any member of the Jackson family on the Hot 100. Come on, sis. Does that include Mike? Because killing killing it, baby sis.
Girl, you
Baby sis.
better.
Come on. It also
Okay.
topped the Hot 100 airplay for 10 weeks, as well as spending multiple weeks at number one on several of Billboard's other component charts. Just killing it all around. Killing it, killing it, killing it. The song became the first and only single in history to debut at number one on the Hot R&B and Hip Hop Airplay chart. Now, yeah.
What? It debuted at number one.
Yeah. On the Hot R&B
Like,
and Hip Hop Airplay chart. Right, because
yes.
fire straight out the gate.
Right. Okay, so makes sense.
Now, That's the Way Love Goes received the Grammy Award for Best R&B Song, in addition to Billboard Awards, BMI Pop Award for Most Played Song, and American Music Awards.
Mhm.
Its accompanying music video that we've mentioned, directed by that husband, Renee Elizondo Jr.,
Right.
received several nominations at the MTV Video Music Awards, including Best Female Video, and also it influenced several videos, including releases from Sierra and Prince, and probably a bajillion other people.
Right. 39 more.
Because
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm.
So That's the Way Love Goes has been re-recorded by artists such as Bruno Mars and NSYNC. It's been cited as an influence by Britney Spears and Nelly Furtado, and inspired or been sampled in songs by Alicia Keys, Destiny's Child, and others.
Mhm.
It is considered to be one of Janet's signature songs and is included in each of her greatest hits collections. The one my sister mentioned earlier, Designs of a Decade, number ones released in 2009, and Icon number ones released in 2010. It's just,
I think
it's
you have
just that
number one.
jam.
You have number ones.
I
the vinyl.
might.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
one that you
I
have.
think
You have
that's what I
number
have. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, fire all around.
Fire. God,
Fire.
I want to go back so bad sometimes.
Yep.
But
Same. And that is my fifth and final jam.
excellent close.
Thank you.
Yes.
And now, my friends, before we depart, it is time for your favorite new segment, Random Music Crap. Hey,
What we
come on,
got?
Random Music Crap. Okay. I will be sharing our Random Music Crap for this week. And that's just something I saw in the news that I thought was cool and I wanted to share. Country star Mr. George Strait broke the attendance record with largest concert ever held in the US.
Wow.
Come on, George Strait. Yes, he broke the record for the largest US ticketed show with 110,905 fans at Kyle Field at Texas A&M this past Saturday, June 15th, 2024.
Okay. All
That
right.
boy's still pulling numbers and he's old.
Right. I mean,
He's
come
old.
on.
People are still showing up, okay?
Right
But-
here in Texas. Okay.
Right? Come on. All my exes live in Texas like I'm George Strait. I think that's what Drake said.
Oh,
Whatever Drake
okay.
said.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Don't-
Anywho, we're not necessarily
Don't say
country
no.
fans, but
Oh,
I'm excited for George Strait. Come on, breaking records
Same.
in your old age. I'm here for it. But for our little fun trivia, sister, do you know who held the record before George Strait for the highest concert attendance?
In the US?
Yep, I can give you some hints as needed. She looking up in the sky. I think she needs some hints.
Michael Jackson?
That is incorrect. I'll give you some hints. So
Okay.
the record holders before George Strait were an American rock band formed in 1965 in Palo Alto, California. They were known for their eclectic style that fused elements of rock, blues, jazz, folk, country, bluegrass, rock and roll, gospel, reggae, and world music with psychedelia. So everything. They made music mixed with everything. Okay. I'll give you another. Unless you want to make a guess here.
You giving me another hint?
I have, well, the other hints aren't really going to help you. It's just some facts about their record. You can make a guess right now if you want.
I don't know no rock band that did reggae and bluegrass and folk and all that.
Their record-setting show was in 1977 at Raceway Park in New Jersey. And at that show, they had 107,019 attendees. That's all I've got for you. You can make some random guess of some random rock band that would have been having a big old show in 1977.
The Stones?
Incorrect.
The Rolling Stones?
Nope.
I know they didn't do none of that other stuff. Who was it?
The Grateful Dead.
Wow.
Yes. So they held the record since 1977 until George Strait the other day.
I gotta admit, I do not know like any Grateful Dead songs.
And neither do
I'm
I.
not
I will
familiar
blame it
with
on my
Grateful
age.
Dead songs. I gotta admit that.
That's okay. But apparently they had a big old concert in 77 and no one else beat it until Saturday. So congrats to you, George Strait.
Congrats, George Strait. Here for it. You better do it.
For it.
And
Yeah,
then
he
go
did
home
that.
and sit down because
Go lay down somewhere because I know you're tired. You got to be exhausted.
Go
There's
rest.
a lot of people.
But okay.
You
I
did
love
that.
it, sister. Thank you.
Oh, but of course. Well, that's it, y'all, for our discussion of some of our favorite Janet Jackson jams produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. We hope y'all enjoyed it. We hope y'all listen to the playlist and get all the vibes that are there for you to get.
Yes. Like the video,
Anything else,
subscribe, follow us on the socials. We're on TikTok. Who else? Facebook, Instagram. Go and follow us and find us. We love you.
Oh, and if you're still here listening on the YouTube, to find us real quick, just type the @ like our handle, not our name, in the YouTube search bar. @ My Sister's Jam, all together, one word, like an Instagram handle. Type that in the YouTube search bar and we'll pop up right at the top with a subscribe button. Real handy dandy and easy to click.
Yes, because we don't have the following yet. You're not going to find us just by searching My Sister's Jam.
Right. So
yes,
put that handle in there.
Okay.
All right. We love y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of My Sister's Jam podcast. Please remember to rate and review the show. Follow us on social media at My Sister's Jam on Facebook and Instagram. And if you have questions or feedback, you can always email us at mysistersjam@gmail.com. And shout out to Matt Monroe Music for our original intro music. Thanks. See you next week. Bye.